What's going on, guys? This video, we're gonna be working on this Honda XR50. Also, pretty much the same bike as a newer CRF 50, but this is a 02 XR50. On the last video, we ended up getting this thing back to at least being able to start, and I had to order a new fuel valve. So we have that new fuel valve. Let's go ahead and install it. Okay, so we got the 50 on its side right now, and our new fuel valve showed up. I'll link this for you guys. This looks identical to the OEM one. So I was a little bit skeptical about getting an Amazon one, but this literally looks identical. The whole configuration, even this reserve, this filter, this tube. And I tried operating it, moving it. It feels like OEM. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in here. Not too much excitement there. If you guys are interested, I'll put it down below. But two 8mm bolts, or in this case, I guess there's 10, but I'm gonna use original hardware. We'll throw this guy back in here and get this tightened down. So with the new fuel valve installed, it runs, but I have a feeling there's still some stuff gummed up in the carburetor. If you guys watched before, we ended up just taking the carb apart and spraying some brake clean and stuff through the carb and just cleaning it out. But so now with the new fuel valve, we've got fresh gas in the tank, and I ran it through and a bunch of nasty looking gas came out. So we've got new fuel in here, it turns on, and what we're doing now is it starts, but the low speed is not working quite well. So I think the carb is still gummed up and I might have to let it soak overnight, but let me start it, show you guys kind of how it's acting. It's bogging like crazy down low. It won't idle, but if you use the choke, if you mess with the choke and you give it more throttle, once you get past that slow speed jet, it actually clears up. So I'm thinking there's still some junk in the carb, so we'll probably take it off again, let it soak overnight, but let me show you guys how it's running currently. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, it's bogging and won't idle, but doesn't sound the greatest, but and of course it doesn't idle. So what I'm gonna do, take the carb off. We're gonna take the carb completely apart again, and I'm gonna let it soak in some seafoam at least overnight. And I also have a new spark plug coming for it that hasn't been changed in a million years, so we'll do one thing at a time so we can really nail down which it is. So first, we'll focus on the carburetor. We'll try it just with the old plug, and then after that, we'll go on to the next step. All right, so I got some seafoam here. We'll take care of that in just a second. So I'm gonna disassemble the carb. I'm gonna take off my air filter first. And then I actually have a spare carb. So just in case for some reason, if I can't get this one to, for whatever reason, clean up or clear out, I will use this one. So I have a second one. I'm gonna put both of them since I'm already gonna make the solution. I'm gonna go ahead and just soak both. But what I'm gonna do is completely disassemble the carbs. So I'm gonna take off the bowl, take off any rubber fittings or gaskets because those we don't want to dry out or anything. So I'm gonna take out just the drain, not a big deal on that one, but take out the two Phillips screws that hold the bowl on. Pretty straightforward here. Not too worried about the hardware, like I guess the external screws. I'm not going to soak those. You could, technically speaking, but pretty much without making this as boring as possible, we'll take the bowl off. I'm going to take this gasket probably out. You can see there's still a lot of like varnish and nasty stuff in there, so probably going to be some stuck in there. But we'll take all the little bits and pieces out of here, everything that's removable, and then we'll go ahead and we'll soak the carb overnight. So I'm going to take out this Phillips screw that holds our float in. It's gonna pull out the little needle. So the needle's right there. I'm gonna need a little flat or slot head screwdriver to take out the main jet. Also on the sides here, I'm gonna take out my idle screw. And we'll take out the slow jet as well. So there's the idle screw, and then we'll need another flat here. Again, these are like super primitive carbs, you guys. There's really not much if at all to these. So I'll take out this. There should be a spring behind it that'll fall out. Might have to give it a little tap. But there is a spring in here, so I'll probably get a little pick and pull it out. But that's about it. We'll take out our main, and then let's see if I can use a screwdriver. Yeah, and I can. We'll take out our main as well. Again, a lot of the stuff doesn't look the greatest, so there might be some junk stuck in the passages. And I think I might, if I can, without destroying it, I'm going to take out this gasket as well, like for reasons I mentioned earlier. We don't want it to dry out or anything with the solvent in there. So I said if I can get this off without messing it up, I will. I've also got my gasket out. I'm gonna take off this one hose, so there we go. Carb's pretty much empty, and she's just about ready. There's one more gasket here we could take out if we want. That one comes out pretty easily. So there we go. As far as mixture ratio, you guys, I'm gonna go like 1:1, 1 part gas, 1 part seafoam, just to make it pretty heavy. And I'm using a measuring cup here, so I'm gonna put in just enough so that I can submerge it. So let's see what we got here. If I can go like halfway over top, then I'll see whatever that measurement is. And then I'll match it with gasoline. All right, so there we go. Everything is submerged in a 1:1 ratio. You can see right now everything is relatively clear, so I'm just gonna keep agitating stuff every so often, but we'll leave it sit for, I don't know, a good 24 hours. We'll see how nasty this solution gets and see if maybe it's all yellow by the end of this or what wants to come out of this carburetor. Okay, so it's been 24 hours. It's definitely taken on a yellowish hue. So there's a lot of sediment in the very bottom too. So hoping whatever was lodged in this carburetor is now free. And I'm gonna take this one out, and then the spare one that I have at the same time, since I've already got the solution here, I'm gonna just throw it in here and it can do the same thing for the next little while. So let's get this out of here. Only other thing I'm gonna do before reassembling it, I'm not gonna bore you guys with that, is I will pass through a bit more carb cleaner through the orifices, just make sure that it's fully clean before I reassemble it, and then we'll put this thing on, and hopefully this thing might run half decent. Okay guys, so I ended up getting it running, and it runs a heck of a lot better now. Other thing I did was I dumped in a bunch of seafoam into the gas in the tank, just so it can continue to run out, you know, and clean out anything that's in the carb. I kind of just guesstimated the mixture in there, so there might be a little more seafoam in there than there needs to be, but anyways, it's not like it's smoking or anything. But I managed to finally get it to idle. Still a tiny bit rough, but I'm waiting for the new spark plug to show up, and it still hasn't showed up, but I'll show you guys. We got no choke on, so our choke is off right now. And I can actually get it to idle, so it's bogging a little bit, but it's always kind of bogged because this thing has a 75cc cylinder, but piston in it, but still has a 50cc head, and it also has a 50cc carb, so and once it actually warms up, it's still colder now, but definitely needs to be fine-tuned. But also this plug is the original plug from 20 years ago, so but she does actually drive around. I'll show you guys. We can keep it running and do this all at the same time. One-handed riding, you guys. Look at this. So what I'm going to do now is I actually want to change the oil in this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the oil while it's still kind of warm, and get some fresh oil in here as well. Okay, so like I was mentioning to you guys, the oil really isn't that dirty. I used to maintain this fairly religiously, but it has been sitting for a while. So like I said, oil's not terrible, definitely due for a change, but it looks fairly golden when you can see it coming out of there. So I'm gonna let this all drain out, and then we'll go ahead and get some new stuff in here. Okay, so drain plug's back in, and oil's all out. So let's go ahead and put some fresh oil in this thing. Okay, again, Amazon's late with the plug, but look at how nasty this spark plug is. She's definitely seen better days. I'm gonna try maybe clean it with some brake clean. See if it helps at all. I was supposed to have the plug, but Amazon decided to be late on their delivery, so let's see if I can clean this one up at all and see if it'll run any better. But this one just loaded up over years and years of carbon, so I don't expect it to perform all that good. All right, cleaned her up a little bit just with some brake clean and a little bit of love. Let's see if this makes any difference at all. Hey guys, so one other thing that I just googled quickly, and I've never done since I've owned this thing, is I've never checked the valve clearances. So this thing has a ton of hours on it. So what I did was just pop off our little magneto cover here, and there's a little tick here, and then there's a T, and you'll know you're at top dead center is because when you wiggle it, you won't see this valve, so you won't see this here move, so you can see your cam is not pushing down on that valve. So this is a 17 mil, and then I think this is either 10 or a 9, but you're supposed to have 2,000 valve clearance. I've got nothing. These valves are tight, so it means they're probably hanging open a little bit, which probably has to do with it running a little bit rough down low. So with this skid plate, I'm gonna have to take off the lower skid plate, but I want to at least adjust this top one, and let's see what difference that one makes. And then obviously we'll do the bottom one too, but I'm really curious to see if this is maybe the issue, because I seem to remember it running like this way back. I just kind of dealt with it, so I don't know that it's the fact that the carb is dirty at this point, because I've cleaned the carb twice now and it's still doing the same sort of thing. So my exhaust seems like it might be a tad bit loose, and my intake was a tad tight, so I'm gonna loosen the jam nut, adjust them to 0.002, and then we'll tighten everything back up. Again, everything's at top dead center. All right guys, so I ended up getting a little bit frustrated, but I took out of desperation, after doing all that, after re-cleaning the original carb twice, checking the valves, adjusting the valves, cleaning the spark plug because I'm still waiting for the other spark plug to arrive, I ended up throwing in that second carb that I had, and it was only sitting for like maybe 6 hours, if that. But I put it in, it still ran like hot garbage. I drove it around just for fun, and then all of a sudden everything started clearing out and working perfectly. So I haven't even transferred over the other air filter to this one, but now it idles. It's not popping like it was before. Like, it's always had this tiny little bog down low, probably because the carb is a little bit undersized for the big bore, but so now it actually rips, you guys. Not any crazy bogs. Again, we're one-handed riding here. It's just in second gear. Just got 3. Hey guys, so she's running mint. The bog is just getting less and less. Still got a ton of seat foam in the gas, so it's kind of clearing out some old junk you can see there. Another thing I'll probably have to attend to is I noticed it's got like a self-oiling chain. So I guess the gasket that's behind the sprocket appears to be maybe leaking ever so slightly. Nothing like puking, but you can kind of see it's a little bit wet back here, and that's not from me oiling the chain. So either way, I'm super happy, you guys. She works, she runs. I'm gonna try to work through this tank of seafoam just to get all the junk out of this thing. And I'm sure she probably, just needs to get a good running. So I'm just kind of leaving it running. It's air cooled. And just letting it kind of do its thing since it hasn't been running for a million years. It's got fresh oil, fresh gas with some seafoam in it. And I'll keep you guys updated. Let me know what stuff you guys want to see down below. Like I said, I'm going to clean everything up, get some new plastics, get a real seat on there, get some new graphics. I want to like repaint everything. I might try to get an aluminum swing arm, just a bunch of stuff. It needs chain, sprocket, so gonna get a new set of bars, grips, all the basics. But let me know what you guys are most excited to see about this, and I'll probably make a little series on rebuilding this thing and making this thing look brand new. I'm gonna check out what the new Supercross bikes look like for 2023, and I'll probably try to do some sort of theme on this thing, make it look like a new factory Honda bike. I think it'll look pretty cool. But as always, super pumped, you guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Check out the other videos on this channel, and I will see you guys on the next one.